Hi everyone, Star-Lord is here, back with another astrological moment. This is going to be on the topic of all the Capricorn energy. The sun is about to move into Capricorn on the 21st of December and will remain there until January 21st. So it's going to be joining both Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn. So this video, although it is primarily for Capricorn Sun and Rising, this portion of it is for pretty much everybody. Just wanted to explain a little bit about the Capricorn energy that is going to be affecting us all, no matter what sign you are. With Jupiter in Capricorn over the next year, and it will be there until December of 2020. And over the year, we could notice a difference in people's attitudes somewhat. I think across the board, we're going to be feeling a little bit more grounded, more security-oriented, perhaps, that kind of thing. Also to materialism and manifesting things of the material world are going to become rather important. A lot of people perhaps who've been putting off purchasing things like big ticket items such as homes, vehicles, things of value, because Capricorn tends to invest their money in things of value. So it's going to be things like that. Even vacations, people may be wanting to go this year if they've been putting it off, might be wanting to travel to more exotic destinations, that kind of thing. And believe it, people will find the money this year because it's a big year to manifest whatever it is that we want to really go for, really push for. Although remember, Saturn is still in Capricorn as well. So we do have to work. We do have to put in the work for these things. But I think everybody's going to be feeling more motivated to do so, to do the work, if there is going to be a good payoff. Now, let's move on to the Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising people right now. It's going to be intense for you guys. I've done several videos for the Capricorns about this big transit, this big change up. But you guys, come on, now you've got triple. You have the Sun, Jupiter, and Saturn all in this Capricorn energy. It's time for the Capricorns to rise up and show everybody what you're all about. And I personally know a lot of Capricorns. I have Capricorns in my life that are very dear to me, and I know what you guys are capable of and what you're doing and what you're going to be doing going forward. So this is amazing, and like I said before, you guys are put in charge of leading the way into the new decade and into the age of Aquarius. And I can't think of a better sign to do so, because you guys are great at leading the way. This is going to be important with all of these major planets in your first house, though, Capricorn Sun and Rising people. You know, this Capricorn energy is going to be affecting you in your sense of self. So I can understand a lot of you have written to me and made comments about how difficult life has been for you over the past few years. So going forward, it's going to be so important, especially now with the Sun in your sign. This is your time to come into your own, to get your confidence back, because when things happen to us in life, it tends to shake our confidence pretty bad. So this is the time in your first house. This is all about you. It's all about you, Capricorn. It's your time to shine. But first, you need to get that confidence up again. And I'm sure that Jupiter will be a big help to you along the way with that, as well as the Sun. It's for those of you who have not been feeling this higher vitality coming through yet, you will be feeling it now that the Sun has entered into your sign. Happy birthday to every single one of you celebrating birthdays. Power to you. You made it through, and the best is yet to come. Keep that in mind. Okay, so if you've been struggling in any way, because Saturn's been in Capricorn in your first house, and it's been sort of teaching you, that's the tough teacher, right? So this has been teaching you how to basically stand strong, stand firm, understand yourself. So a lot of you have been doing a lot of self-work, realizing who you are, and it's been a tough road for some of you, I understand, but this is now the payoff time. This is where you'll see the biggest payoff, especially because Saturn is getting ready to exit from Capricorn March 21st of 2020. So there's a few months left, but remember, Saturn always leaves a gift for you before it leaves your sign. So there will be some kind of payoff for those of you who've been putting in the work, have been working on yourself, been trying to build something for your life. There will be definitely a benefit coming there. Now remember something, when it comes to Saturn, it will be leaving your sign in March and will be entering into Aquarius, which is your house of finance. And it will be staying there until July. Then it will return back into Capricorn until the end of the year. So it's going to be back and forth during 2020 for you. When it returns back into Capricorn in July, it leaves then around the middle of December along with Jupiter into Aquarius. And all of this Aquarius energy is also can be extremely positive for you. Say, for example, Saturn, which is in your house of finance, which is Aquarius, your second house. Well, I remember when Saturn was going through my house of finance a few years ago. What that did was it taught me how to deal with finances in a more mature and effective way. It doesn't allow you to get away with the silly, frivolous, perhaps immature way of dealing with finances that you have done in the past. So be prepared for that, Capricorn, because it will be there to teach you how to deal with your finances effectively. It will be there for roughly 2.5 years, and it's going to be a tough teacher. It's going to teach you, but at the end of it all, you will learn how to deal with your finances. You will look at the way that you deal with finances so differently by the time that part is over. But I think that it moving on from your first house, Saturn moving on from your first house, is going to give you that sense of relief. In terms of you, the spotlight is definitely going to be on you with Jupiter in your sign this year. However, it's going to be on you in a different way. That Saturn did put a spotlight on you, but it was more private. It was more about you dealing with you, internal changes, all kinds of things that Saturn was requiring of you. But now that it's going to be moving on to your second house of finance, there's going to be a feeling of relief there, definitely. And Jupiter, the great benefactor, will be bringing in expansions in a lot of areas of your life. Now, I mentioned earlier about Capricorn being the great manifester. This is the sign that can have a vision, work towards it, and see it to the point of manifestation, because now this is earth energy. I talk about that in tarot with the pentacles. This is where we can take something and make it into a reality, something you can taste, something you can hold. It's the manifesting type of energy. So you, Capricorn, will be like the magician. You'll be the manifester this year of your own life. And you will also be asked in a certain way to lead others too, because there's going to be people around you, perhaps loved ones and so forth, that may need your guidance. And Capricorns are always more than willing to help. So that's definitely a good thing that you guys were put in charge of 2020. Leading us the way. So yeah, but you're going to be your vitality is going to come back, especially with the sun now moving into your Capricorn, your first house. This is going to be amazing. Like I said, vitality is going to come back. You're going to be feeling a lot more optimistic. And going forward, remember one thing. Sometimes Capricorns have a tendency towards self-deprivation, okay? So just be mindful of that, because of the fact that with Jupiter there, it's all about expansion, so it wants you to get rewards. So say, for example, you do get some extra money coming your way, which is a highly likely to happen to you. If that's the case, don't put it away all of it for a rainy day. Do spend some of it on yourself. Give yourself a reward, give yourself a break. Jupiter loves that kind of thing and will reward you for rewarding yourself. So remember to keep it in mind to use the balance here. We definitely need to not squander this energy when it moves. This is going to be moving through. Jupiter's going to be in your first house for the first time in 12 years, and it won't be back again for another 12 years. So really use the energy wisely. Make sure that you find your confidence. If in the past, say for example, you tried a few things and you really wanted to get this business going or get this deal happening or get something going and it didn't work out, and if it's still bugging you in a way and it's still something that you would like to manifest, give it a go again. Try it again, this time with the Jupiter energy, because you might have more luck manifesting it now at this time. Also, anything new is favored with Jupiter in your first house. The best thing to do, like I've always encouraged, let go of the past baggage, anything that doesn't serve you, remove it from your mind, your body, your soul, cleanse it all, get rid of it, and move forward towards the new, the exciting. It's like the Fool energy in the tarot. It's that zero, starting from scratch and building forward. And I guarantee you, Capricorn, when you look back on this time, 2-3 years from now, when you look back, you're not even going to recognize yourself. You're going to be in a different place and such a different person that it's going to blow your mind. The major changes you're going through and have been going through, you're going to see the payoff, and it starts now, Capricorn. And I, for one, couldn't be happier. So on that note, I want to bid you a fine holiday season, a fine birthday, and all the best. Namaste, much love from Star Lourdes. Signing off now. Bye-bye.